Okay, now that we have CDP explained, computer properties explained, some special purpose computer properties explained, let's now cover the specifics on product-led growth. You remember that I explained you how, for example, a score is being calculated. It has a name, it has a weight, an impact actually, and it has a rule, a condition, and you can add them as you want to. This is how you create manual scores. Now we have some other scores that are specific for PLG, which is churn score, conversion or expansion score, general health score, and so forth. Now you can add it. You cannot edit them. You can see them, but you cannot edit them. Why is that? Well, it's because they are automatically calculated from signals. And so let me explain signals step by step. Signals are basically small checks that you perform on accounts and on users to know how they're doing on your platform, and which actually predict if they're going to buy, to expand, or to churn. And so it basically, if you look at the autonomy of a signal, well, it pretty much looks like a rule. It has a name, it has a condition, it tells you it is related to which stage. So if an account is in certain stage, then the signal will be valid or not. And it also has an impact, a weight for that signal in each of the stages. So how does it work? Well, first of all, you can do it. You can add them manually if you want to, just as you would add a rule in a manual score. But even better is the following: we have machine learning that is going to follow each movement of stages. So if an account is first a lead, and then it becomes a trial, then maybe it becomes a free, but maybe after 3 months they still that they become a paying customer after all, and after 1 year later they churn, and then 2 years later they imagine, well, it was a good product after all, and they reactivate. So all the movements of the accounts, of all the accounts basically, and all the users, we're tracking. And each time there is a movement, we know everything there is to know from all the apps around you, all the properties, all the screens have been looked at, all the pages, and all the events that have been performed. And so, based on that, our machine learning is going to correlate all that data with all the movements and basically come up with signals for you. So, we are going to define for you what the rules, the condition, and even the name should be for each signal. And then you can select one and then add them to a group and so forth. Now, once that we've done that, we also know the impact, because now for each past movement, but also for each future movement, we're going to calculate how impactful that signal was. And so it could be that now you're creating a signal that if a feature 3 occurred 3 times in the last 30 days, that's a good signal. But maybe within 6 months or 1 year from now, you have 10 or 15 other features that are more important, and so that signal becomes irrelevant, and so the impact will grow lower and higher. But so if you take any account now, let's do all accounts, and let's take a trial like a bear metrics, for example. Well, we know that which signals are on or off. We know which impact they had, and mathematically, just as you calculated the other scores, you basically are going to know what percentage, what likelihood that account has into churning, into expanding, and so forth. And that concludes basically the special scoring system and so forth. Obviously, as I showed you, all these and all the signals that you make are data again on account and on user level, and as such can be synchronized to your destinations like HubSpot, Salesforce, and you name it.